Man. All I'm gonna say is somebody about to be offended by the end of this video. This is going to be a tier list of the most disgusting players in Multiversus. If you don't agree with me and you feel like some of these should be placed in different spots, let me know down in the comments below. You know I love reading them. And if you feel like I missed any type of player, let me know in the comments below and let me know where they should go. Oh boy, somebody about to be offended. All right, first up, I know you see it, spammers. Now hold on, no, I know y'all like popping, disgust easily. Hold up. We got two types of spammers. We have the deliberate spammers. I'm talking about the ones who want to master spamming. Like, bro, forget everything. I'm trying to spam and get me some wins. Then you have the newer players, the players who might not be that great at the character or just new to the game in general, and they kind of spam because they don't know better. Look, you can't just be biased to the perfectionist spammers. You got to understand the other half of that story. I think spammers deserves to be under tolerable. Most of the time, you can beat a spammer depending on the character, because look, some characters be spamming and it's hard to beat. But most of the time you can beat the spammer. And also when the newer players, spam because they don't know better, once they get better at the game, they stop spamming. So I'm going to say it's tolerable because you don't run into a lot of spammers you realistically cannot beat. Most of them, if you play them about once or twice, you start to understand like how to beat that person by then. So I'm gonna put him under tolerable. You ain't the best, but you ain't the worst. It's fine. Let's move on to number 2. Now we have the Rager. Now if you don't know what the Rager is, you might not experience this, honestly. Depends on what platform you play on. But if you don't know what the Rager is, this is gonna be the player that's gonna message you after a game, win or lose, doesn't even matter, they just mad at the world. Win or lose, and just say some stuff to you for no reason. I mean, they could say your mama ate some eggs, I don't know, they could say anything just to make you mad. And you like, bro, get a life. But at the end of the day, they are upset at the world. So like, it's not even just Multiversus, they just need a hug. So with the Rager, it's a little hard because anybody who acts that way has, they struggling. They need a hug. They need some cookies and milk. It's hard to say that they are absolute disgust because there's something going on with their home life. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna put that under tolerable too. No, look, that wasn't even planned, but I'm gonna put that under tolerable because you have to understand. The other thing is you can mute them, right? You can just turn off messages from the player. You can block the player. You don't really have to be susceptible to those messages. It's kind of a setting on your part. So at the end of the day, it is tolerable because it's manageable, and the person being upset like that, like just straight out of nowhere, upset like that, usually are mad at other things aside from Multiverse. Maybe they just had a bad day at work. Who knows? All right, let's move on to Quitter. Oh, this is gonna be a hot take. This is gonna be a hot take. So there's a couple of quitters, but I'm just gonna talk about 2. So you have the quitter that just like quit the match because they are losing, like bad, like they are just not good enough, so they just straight up quit. You have the quitter that can't beat you, maybe because you're a spammer, who knows, but they can't beat you, so they're like, man, forget this, and they quit. You might have the quitter that just like they mama unplugged their console or their computer. You don't know, things happen. But I think I'm gonna put this at absolute disgust. No, I am, because you don't click play to quit. If you're gonna click play, just play it out. If your mama unplugged your stuff, that's a different story. Look, I'm sorry, you're gonna get punished by the system. But for those that are like actually quitting the game on purpose, whether it be walking off the stage or just, turning off the game, whatever, I feel like that's disgusting. You shouldn't do that, especially in a competitive game or any game, honestly. Whenever you're playing with or against players, you should not be quitting in the middle of anything. I don't care if you're playing Final Fantasy. I don't care if you're playing Teletubbies. I don't care what you're playing. If it's a multiplayer online thing, you should not be quitting. You clicked Q to play with other people. Respect everybody's time. I feel like that's disgusting, but again, it could be biased. Let me know what y'all think, but that's what I think. The next one that we have is the messenger. So not the messenger, the messenger. And we kind of talked about this with the Rager, but the messenger is someone who just like messages you for no reason. Like after the win, lose, angry, happy, whatever. They just message you for no reason. They could be messaging you to be mean. They could be messaging you to tell you to work on your game. They could be messaging you, for whatever the reasons. I think most of the time when you get a message from someone, it's with negative feedback to it. You know what I'm saying? But they might not actually be mad. They just might be talking some mess to you. I'm just gonna say the messengers, the messenger. That's the word. I mean, it is, but I'm just gonna say the messenger is annoying. Hands down, it's just annoying. It's not something where it's like you can tolerate it because it's like, oh, I see someone's at home. You might be upset. You might have having a bad day. You had an off day. Stuff like that happens. You don't really get that with the messenger. With the messenger, they just message you because that's what they want to do. They want to screw with you. They want to mess with you. They want to get under your skin. That's all they do. Should it be someone that's good and be like helpful and stuff like that? It's rare. Most of the time, it's the negative ones. So I'm going to put it under annoying. Again, it is manageable, but the difference between rager and messenger is like the rager just is, it's uncontrollable. They just not having a good day today. It's abnormal of their character to message you. They are just so mad that they do it anyway. The messenger is someone who just prides themselves on messaging people. They get onto multiverses, lick their lips, and then what they do is they just play somebody and then just get the messaging just to be a butthole. No, for real, they do it on purpose. If you're a nice messenger, well, I'm sorry, you categorize. Look, one bad apple, I guess in this case, it's a lot of bad apples, mess up the good apple. My bad. But when it comes to the messenger, if you're someone who frequently messages someone, you have a problem. You do. I told you you're going to be offended. You have a problem. Stop messaging people just to be mean. Relax. It's a game, okay? Calm down. You should not be messaging people after every single game. What is wrong with you? You want friends, just add them. Don't message them. So I think it's annoying. Don't be that guy. The next one that we have is the griefer. So the griefer is kind of like the quitter, but you usually find these in the 2v2s or the free-for-all lobbies. And these are going to be the people who just decide to just like walk off the map and just don't care. They're just like, whatever, we're losing, whatever. They're not necessarily a quitter. They're just someone who's just like, I give up. I don't care. I'm gonna do something troll. I'm gonna be rain dog and pull you across the screen. I'm gonna be whatever and do whatever. I'm not gonna attack. They just do stupid stuff. I think a griefer, again, hot take. This is gonna be this is gonna vary. I think a griefer is annoying. Here's my thought process to this. If you're a griefer in any game, you don't usually grief every game. You get triggered to then grief. You know what I'm saying? Like a quitter, that's a tendency. You know what I'm saying? Like a quitter, someone who quits, you probably quit because of the same exact reason every single time. A griefer, anything could trigger them. Maybe they having a bad day. Maybe, they didn't start off on the right foot, so they just grief. It's annoying, but there's not a lot of them, at least from my experience. There's not a lot of them in multiverses when you're playing twos or free-for-all. Most of the time, that's actually a lie and a half. No, there's a lot. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Forget that, dude. That's disgusting. No griefer. It's the same as being a quitter. Respect the person's time that you decide to play with. If you're by yourself and you want to grief by yourself, I mean, why? But if you're playing with someone or you're playing free-for-all, okay, free-for-all is kind of an exception because you're playing by yourself. But no, a free-for-all griefer just makes the mode unfun too. No, I'm not gonna lie. You discuss. No, don't be griefing games. Just because you're having a bad game, just because you're not good enough to compete, doesn't mean you just grief. All right, play the thing out and complete the game. Take the L. You might end up winning. Who knows? But it's not fair to the people that you're playing with, whether they're the enemy or your teammate. It's not fair for you to grief the game and waste everyone's time. But popping, it's only 2 minutes of time or less. I don't care if it's 10 seconds. You are wasting time that we cannot get back. Respect everybody, because that don't make no sense. Don't queue up to grief. Just stop playing the game at that point, no matter what game it is. No, because I know griefers and quitters are a universal thing. All right? Don't be griefing games. Relax. And if you a griefer watching me and you upset that I'm calling you a griefer, good, because you're a griefer. The next one that we have is the tryhard. Whew, God. Okay, so the tryhard. The thing with the tryhard is like, they're kind of respectable because tryhards are good. Tryhards are not bad. They are actually good players. However, ain't nobody always trying to go against the tryhard. You know what I'm saying? Like, tryhards are the people, that like know every single combo, know every single juggle, know every single dodge. Then the people in the comments that tell you to beat this person, you need to parry, to do this, you need to do that. They always got an answer. These are tryhard people. And honestly, sometimes the people who be typing tryhard information don't even be tryhards themselves, and they can't even do it. That's just a know-it-all. I should have added that there, a know-it-all. But tryhards in-game. These are the people. I told you someone gonna be offended by it in this video. Tryhards are people that, like I said, are very good at the game. You know, they play a lot. They're good at a lot of characters. They know the fundamentals. They know what to do, what not to do. More or less, they're top players. If that, you could be a tryhard and just not play ranked at all. Some people do that, but you are better than average. And when somebody goes against you, it's one of those like, here we go, because nobody wants to deal with you. Seriously, like go to ranked and stay there. So when it comes to tryhard, it's hard because you can't downplay how good they are. You know, they put the time in, they practice, they're good. But my God, I hate going against them. I'm gonna say annoying, okay? Because it's not really tolerable, because I don't want to tolerate it. If I'm going against a tryhard, especially if I'm not feeling like I'm ready to try hard, it's the worst experience ever. When you're going against a tryhard and you know, like you're already in the tryhard mood, you're ready, it's a whole different ball game than when you like chilling, relaxing. Let me get on some Multiversus. I'm trying to chill, and you gotta go against a tryhard. It's like a whole different vibe, and you just want to like turn off the console. Like, bro, why'd I even log in today? You know what I'm saying? Like, that is what tryhards do to me when I'm not ready to try hard myself. So I have to put that under annoying. Again, I could be wrong. You know, what do y'all think? But from my personal experience, if I'm not ready to try hard, you're annoying me. But this is also the reason why you're not in disgust, because tryhard players are great to go against when you're ready to try hard. It's not a bad thing to be good at the game. It's not a bad thing to be a tryhard. What I'm saying is, it's a bad thing to be versus me when I don't feel like tryharding. That's where we have an issue. So honestly, if you're a tryhard and you go against me, quit, because I don't want to play against you unless I'm ready to try hard. And honestly, most of the time, if you play ranked, that is when you are ready to try hard. So most of the time, I'm prepared in that atmosphere. But in normals, bro, if you don't stop. Next up we have is the no rematchers. All right, so there's a couple of, there's two, honestly. I think there's two reasons why you don't rematch. Three. Three reasons. First reason, you gotta go. You wanted to play one match, that's all you could do. Oh, no rematch. Number two, you never rematch. You win and you just take that because you don't want to lose. Especially if it's a close game. Oh, you really don't want to rematch because you don't want to lose. Because you want to save face. You the type of person who will only rematch when you lose, and then when you beat the person that rematched you trying to leave and not give them another rematch. That's who you are. That's who you are. The third person, these are the people who don't rematch because they get clapped too hard. If a person is so like too hard to beat, or if you're a tryhard and you don't want to go against them again, like, I think that's acceptable to not rematch. So I think 2 out of the 3, not even 2, I'm sorry. Oh yeah. 2 out of the 3 reasons are acceptable, right? You gotta go, or you just can't compete because they're that much better than you, or they're annoying. You know, it happens. But if you're that 1 out of the 3, if you're that person that just likes to teabag and glow, oh no, we gonna get there. But if you're that person that likes to be that guy that's like, I don't want to rematch because it was too close and I don't want to lose, or I don't want to rematch because I won, ha ha ha, now I don't play against you again, like, especially if you are a cheeser or you a spammer or you something that just like is and you don't want to rematch somebody because you know we gonna beat you the next time. Oh, that's disgusting. I'm sorry. The people who have to go, or the people who don't want to go against someone hard or something like that, or you know, are annoyed. I get you, but just like the messenger, a few bad apples is gonna mess up the whole bunch. The bad apples that do that intentionally just because they buttholes ruin it for everybody. All right, so I'm sorry, people who gotta go. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry for people who gotta do dishes because they mama gonna rip out the cord. I don't know why I keep going back to that. I never had that problem. Trust me, it never happened. My sister did it though, but not my mama. Where is this going? You're gonna be put into that absolute disgust category. I feel for you. But that 1 out of 3, that person right there, disgust, I hate them. Next one is the taunter. All right, so the taunter is someone who will just taunt. This isn't teabagging. Again, we're going to get to that. This is just someone who uses the taunt. All right, this is someone who uses the taunt in the game. Whenever they kill you or whenever they win, they taunt. I think that that's a saint. Saints are pretty much people who can't do anything wrong. Taunters are not wrong. Every game, every fighting game, every whatever, the character, any game actually with PvP elements, there is a taunt to the character, win or lose. There's a taunt in the intro, basically. Not really a taunt, but it's an intro. But basically, characters are going to do what characters want to do. No matter what game it is, it's there. The developers put that in there for you to have fun. It's not your fault that you want to taunt. Whether you're winning or losing, it's not your fault. There's no reason to even be upset at a taunter because it's there in the game and it's part of the game, no matter what game it is. So as far as I'm concerned, taunters, and I love taunts because I like seeing the character express themselves. As far as taunters go, y'all saints, don't quit taunting. I don't care if messengers want to message you. Keep taunting. No, it's dope. I like it. Keep taunting. It's great. Next, we have the camper. So this is going to be those Marvins, those Tom and Jerry's, pretty much anything with a ranged ability. These are some campers. So the campers are going to sit themselves in a spot. Not even a ranged character. You could be something else too. But they're going to sit themselves on a certain part of the map, especially in free-for-all, and do nothing but sit there. And what they're going to do is they're going to throw stuff out, or if in free-for-all, they're going to go for the kill when they're low, or I guess when they're high for this game, and get the knockout, and then go back to just kind of camping in that one spot. Campers don't move. Campers stay in that spot. Should you approach a camper, they'll go on the other side of the map, and they'll camp there. That's what a camper is. Now, I don't know where to place this one. They dang sure ain't saints. You know what I'm saying? They dang sure ain't saints. But are they actually disgusting? Like, is that a disgust thing? It's not, though. It's not. I don't think a camper is disgusting. I'm gonna put it under annoying. I was gonna put it under tolerable. But the thing is, with a spammer, it's easy to be a spammer than it is to be a camper, because a camper usually is also a spammer and some other stuff in this little thing that we don't want to deal with. So it's annoying, but it's not disgusting because it's a valid tactic. That's literally how the game is played. Whether you want to call it camping, zoning, whatever, it's literally a valid tactic for any fighting game or any type of game that's a shooter, whatever. It's a tactic. It's not, it's not a good tactic most of the time, but yeah, it's there. So to say it's disgusting is kind of like, meh. It's really annoying to deal with, but it's not disgusting. The next one that we have is the runner. So the runner is similar to a camper. However, every time you approach them, they're just going to keep like running around and then hitting you and then running around and hitting you. If you're a Smash Brothers player, it's equivalent to Sonic without a game plan. So pretty much you're going to continue to run, hit, smack a few times, run around, and you can't really pin them down. And that's all they do is run. If it's a side like fighting game, there's runners there too. What they're going to do is back up, jump over you, and then continue to just kind of play the space. So I'm going to put that under, I'm not going, ooh, God, I don't know. Sheesh. That one's hard. It's between like tolerable, annoying, maybe disgust though. Runners are so annoying, bro. Like, God. Is it, okay. Let me clarify this because this might help. You have the runner that's like the character's game plan is kind of to be a runner. Again, if we revisit Sonic from Smash Brothers, it's kind of a hit and run character. It's the design. But you also have the player that's just a runner type player. It doesn't matter what they use, they are a runner. I think the character design, the archetype of hit and run, I think that's okay. But again, the bad apples of running just makes it worse. So I'm going to put it under annoying, but not disgust, because it is, once again, like camper, it's kind of a valid strat for some characters. And then if you're the type of person who just runs regardless, it doesn't even matter what character you're using, then that's kind of disgusting. But it's kind of unfair because it's kind of a half and half scenario. It's kind of unfair in that regard, in my opinion. Last but not least, and I didn't even do this on purpose, teabagging. So the teabagger is someone who will crouch repeatedly after they beat you, after they knock you out. Some just do it just to do it, even if they're fighting at the same time. They're teabaggers. Now, the funny thing about this one is that a lot of people will always say, like, I don't know why this is the thing that's going around. Like, it's not even recently. It's been like like the past year, maybe some more, who knows, maybe even further. But it's been a thing I've been seeing on a lot of videos, not mine. I mean, well, on mine too, but like a lot of other videos too, on Reddit posts, on Twitter. We're using this word soft for like the new generation. There ain't nothing soft about being a butthole. I mean, you could say, oh, it's just a game. It's not really about it being just a game. It's about the intent of teabagging, and it's stupid. Like, I'm sorry, again, you're gonna be offended. Anyone who teabags, like religiously, if you want to teabag because you want to get back at someone for being a butthole or spamming, you're not a teabagger, but you do it just to be like, bro, sit down. For real, because like you playing right now, you spamming too much, you're running too much, your gameplay is disgusting. I clapped your cheeks, get teabagged. I understand, no, it's cool. But if you're someone who just like religiously goes from match to match to match to match teabagging, you need some help. No, you do. And again, this is where we get back to that soft word, and I'm not even part of that generation, so I don't even know what that means for me. But like, teabagging is disrespectful regardless of what game you're doing it in. And therefore, it's disgusting. If you're a teabagger, it's disgusting. Again, if you teabag like every now and then against someone made you mad, you beat them, you deserve it. No, because you're basically getting back at them. But like I said, to religiously teabag when people are trying to just have a good time, or for people who are trying to learn the game, and you just being a butthole for no reason, and then you're gonna get the response where it's like, well, I teabag, but it's not to be a butthole. I just do it to do it. What? Okay, I don't even want to dissect that, because honestly, that don't make no sense. Teabagging is teabagging. You can't say, well, I don't rob a bank to hurt people. I just do it to get the money. What? It's still, bruh. Y'all gonna be like, Poppin', that's not even the same analogy type. What is you doing? To me it is. Shut up. So I think it deserves to be disgusting. If you're a religious teabagger, whether or not you do it offensively or you do, it's not okay. No matter what game it is, it's just stupid. And it's really unsportsmanlike. This is why you have this is why you have rules in actual sports where the code of conduct is not to do stupid stuff like that. Even war has rules and regulations they follow so they don't do certain things like that. Now, teabagging isn't, I mean, honestly, if you do that, that is disrespectful off cuff. But you know what I mean? Like, there are different games and sports and things where there's rules that you cannot act a certain way because it's disrespectful. A game is just like football. That's still a game. What's the difference? Esports, they're not allowed to be them either. But we supposed to just be like, teabagging's fine. No, it's not. It's disgusting. But that's just my tangent. Anyway, do you guys agree with this list? Do you guys disagree? Do you guys feel like something should be rearranged? Do you have any other types of players that I missed? Let me know. Do you want to see more types of tier lists like this? Maybe not for Multiversus, but maybe for other games. Who knows? I'm crazy. But thank you guys for watching. I do appreciate it. Hope you had a good time. It was fun making it. And until next time, you know what I always say. Thank you guys for doing what? Popping often. Cool often.